time. Now, the Alexandra community leaders are appealing to the Department of Home Affairs for help with identity documents and birth certificate after more than 200 homes in the northern Johannesburg township were gutted by fire. Now, according to an eyewitness, a shack caught fire on Friday after electricity was restored in the area, leading to more shacks being affected. I'm joined now by Linda Twala, a philanthropist and Alexandra community leader. Very good evening to you, Linda Twala. Thank you for your time. The timing of this really horrible event couldn't have been any worse. Talk to us about what exactly happened on the day.
All I can say is that every year we've got problems in Alexandra. You know, when I say problems, fire victims every now and again. It's not only in Marlborough, in 8th Avenue. It has also, we've also had fire houses that were cut down by fire at 3rd Avenue. But it is so heartbreaking there because there are small little children, and we want to make an appeal to the Home Affairs. Please come to our rescue. Come and help these people, and not only to the Home Affairs, but to everybody that can give a hand, like the people that were called disaster management and gift of the givers. But we need more help. We need material, if possible.
We also know that the damage from the blaze has been very extensive, affecting other houses that were not necessarily linked to the shacks that were burned down. Talk to us about that impact.
It has been mixed. You know, what happened was it caught fire on the other houses, and I'll be going there again in the morning. There's a problem. We're going to demolish everything there. I've requested people who are selling scrap so that all the corrugated iron that they're going to get there, they can easily get some money out of it and try and build their own shacks again. But what I want to do, I want to make sure that we make sure that if somebody dies or if somebody is sick, a stretcher can be able to go in there, because right now you can't even move in there. So that is another problem.
At the moment, as you and I speak, I understand that there's load shedding in Alexandra as we have this conversation. Where are the people who are affected by this devastating fire being housed?
We were given blankets, and I also took some clothing there. They are being housed nearby. There's a church there, but then it's not enough. It's not enough. And I mean, I wanted to take some little children, bringing them to my home. But what I did, somebody got a small little dog. I said I can accommodate it if they needed any help.
And you've appealed very strongly for the Home Affairs Department to please come help, because people have lost important documents like IDs and birth certificates. Have you at all had any sort of response or an indication that the Home Affairs Department will indeed be bringing someone out there to come and assist?
Not as yet, but I know that when I spoke to the disaster management, they're going to help us on that one, because every time when there are fire victims, we call them in, they come and, you know, assess the damage and take their fingerprints and make sure that they get their IDs in order. So I'm hoping that they will be coming on Monday. But tomorrow it's just another day where we're going to hold a meeting of how we're going to demolish that place.
Yeah. We know that this is the second informal settlement within a month, so to speak, to be gutted by fire. I mean, just last week we were referring to the My informal settlement. Do you have any idea what may have led to the start of this blaze that spread so quickly in such a short space of time?
With this one, I haven't got an idea, but here we've got more than 3 places that were cut down by fire. But on the other place, it was because of the girlfriend. They were loggerheads, so there was that problem. But at Madala Hostel, it was just, you know, the electricity cable.
And Linda Twala, if you had to appeal for help, I mean, you've mentioned Home Affairs, but in terms of getting assistance for the people who've been affected, I mean, it's cold winter months and there are requirements that will be needed. And surely the church alone is not enough to, feed the people who are there. What would you be appealing for, and how can it be moved to you?
I would be appealing for food parcels, sanitary towels, and again, I would also appeal for, we are on a blanket drive for this week. I'll only be receiving some blankets next week. But to anybody that has a blanket or anything that they want to discard in their houses, they can call us. We'll collect. We need food. We need, let's say, if I were to read a wish list, we need some of the items that can be usable to those communities. Because really sleeping in a hall, I'm busy trying to organize a tent where some of them can be accommodated, but that's not enough. And again, if you take them to churches, people no longer want their churches to be used, because after that, nobody cares about it.
Absolutely. How would people reach you before we let you go?
I would say they can phone this number 082 44 22 866. I'm definitely sure that they know that the needs that we're going to be needing, apart from Home Affairs. We need food items, we need blankets, and we need clothing. There are some children there. I'm still gathering some clothing so that we can take them down there.
Very well. Thank you so much for your time, Alexandra community leader, Baba Linda Twala, appealing for any help when it comes to items that can be donated, as a fire has left around 200 homes gutted in Alexandra, saying that it's not the first one that's occurred within this month. 2 other fires also occurred. That number again, 082 44 22 866.